This is a 1967, I think it's a 67, Martin D21. D21s are unusual guitars. They're, well, as the number says, it's kind of a cross between an 18 and a 28. So I'm looking at a guitar here with dark binding, like an 18. It does not have a volute on the back of its neck, like an 18. And it has a rosewood bridge and a rosewood fingerboard, like an 18. The difference between the 18 and the 28 and 21 is that the 21 has rosewood back and sides. And in this case, it's Brazilian rosewood back and sides. So we have a Brazilian rosewood, and then of course the fingerboard and the bridge are both Brazilian rosewood. So they're pretty nice guitars. They're like a D28, except that they're all rosewood. A D28 with an ebony and ebony here. And personally, I prefer rosewood on those parts. And if you get a D28 and a D21 of approximately the same vintage and put them side by side, you will probably find the 21 to be a little bit brighter and snappier. It's a lighter guitar because the rosewood weighs a little bit less. And I have a little bit of a soft spot for D21s because I had a 57 D21 for a number of years that was loaned to me. And at the time, my D28 was not playing very good, and I didn't know how to make it play any better. And this 21 did play good. It was loud. I didn't have to work at it. The action was great. Everything was set up. And I immediately, overnight, became a better player because I didn't have to fight the guitar. And that taught me that sometimes it is the guitar that's the problem. If you're fighting a stiff guitar or something's not quite right about the setup, it may be, you'll have to work harder to express yourself as a musician. And then when you get an instrument that's just easy to play and just rings, you don't have to work hard, you don't have to fight the guitar as much, and you can play the guitar. So it was a D21 that taught me that, a 57 D21, owned by the cowboy poet Buck Ramsey, who was a family friend of ours, and he lent me the guitar for a couple of years to play. And I left the D28 with him. Anyway, I eventually got the D28 back, and I made up my mind to figure out how to get it set up right. So also that D21 was kind of the start of me learning how to set up guitars. So we have a D21 here. It's customers. He had it shipped directly to me, and now it's going to him. I did just a few things on it. It's not totally stock, so that kind of gave me license to go on it. The tuners had already been replaced from the heavy Grovers to these are Grover 18-to-1 open backs. So that had already been done. The pickguard has already been replaced. The bridge has been replaced, which he didn't know about. But when it came here, it had a big, fat, chunky bridge on it. And I'm not 100% sure this is Brazilian rosewood. When I had it off to reshape it, it was really light. But it's a nice resonant, ringy rosewood. The wood it sounds good, so we're going with it. But it came in with a big bridge on it that was too tall and didn't look right. I took the bridge off, I reshaped it, I made it look more like a Martin bridge, ought to look like that. And in the process, that gave us more saddle to work with, so it was a win-win situation. I re-glued it with hot hide glue, and we're back in business. Since it had a couple of non-original modifications already, I asked him if he would consider scalloping the braces a little bit, and he said, yeah, go ahead. So I scalloped just the X braces and just a little bit again, just to give it a little bit more bass. It's still a bright, snappy guitar. It still sounds like a D21. I didn't make it bassy and boomy or anything like that. But to me, scalloping those X braces just a little bit gives it just a little bit better response and more pleasant to play. So did that, fixed a loose back brace in it. That's about it. Popsicle brace is still there. Everything else is still in good shape. And it may have been oversprayed at some point. I don't know. If it was, this is a good job. It doesn't look bad, but the finish looks just a little shinier than I would expect a late 60s D28. I'm not positive on that. If this has not been oversprayed, it's certainly really good condition. The guitar's in good condition. Got a nice neck on it, really chunky neck. A lot of fun to play. So, D21, let's run through the standard paces so you can compare this guitar to all the other videos I've ever done. So, here we go. Some rhythm. Nice. I'm not sure I want to send it home. I know of a 62, that's my birth year. I know of a 62 D21 for sale. Out of my price range. D21. This is the only D21 I've ever recorded. I think it is. I'll have to go back and look and see in my YouTube videos, but I don't think I've ever done a recording with another D21. So here we go. This one's off for its new home pretty soon.